People laughed when he pulled up in that rusted old truck. Windows cracked, doors groaning. They didn't know the story behind the man inside. That evening, when 70 roaring motorcycles filled his driveway, the laughter turned into silence. Ethan Miller wasn't the kind of man you'd notice in a crowd. At 42, he looked older than his years, shoulders stooped from long shifts at the lumberyard. His little girl, Lily, was 8 with wild curls. She had learned to live without her mother, who left when Lily was barely 3. Ethan's truck, a dented '86 Ford, was their lifeline. It coughed smoke on cold mornings, but it carried them everywhere. To Ethan, that truck was a stubborn old friend. To others, it was a joke. One Friday, Ethan pulled into the school parking lot. The truck sputtered and wheezed. Lily sat quietly, clutching her backpack. Nearby stood Brad Whitmore, a wealthy contractor. Surprised that thing still runs, Brad chuckled loudly. Some parents laughed. Lily lowered her head, cheeks burning. Ethan forced a smile. She gets us where we need to go. But inside, he was burning. Ethan sat at the kitchen table, staring at unpaid bills. His paycheck was stretched thin. He wondered if Lily deserved better. She had stopped inviting friends over. He overheard her saying, "Dad's truck is special." Her voice cracking. A week later, Brad hosted his son's birthday at the roller rink. Brad's booming voice echoed, "Hey, look. The Millers are here. Did the truck make it up the hill, Ethan?" Laughter erupted. Lily's hand froze in Ethan's, her eyes welling up. That night, she cried silently in the passenger seat. Monday morning, Lily didn't want to go to school. "Everyone laughs at us, Daddy. They say your truck is garbage." Ethan swallowed hard. "That truck might look rough, but it's strong, just like us. What matters is we keep going." That Friday, Ethan got a call from his brother, Jake. They hadn't spoken in months. Ethan admitted, "It's not me I care about. It's Lily. She deserves more." Jake said, "You'll see. Just promise me you'll be home Sunday evening." Sunday evening, Ethan heard it. A low rumble in the distance, growing louder. The ground vibrated. Lily rushed outside. "Daddy, what is that?" Ethan squinted down the road. 70 motorcycles, chrome gleaming, turned onto his street. Neighbors peeked from windows. The riders wore leather jackets patched with the Hells Angels emblem. Ethan froze. The leader removed his helmet. Jake stepped forward, grinning. "Surprise, brother. Meet my family." Ethan's jaw dropped. The riders dismounted. Jake put a hand on Ethan's shoulder. "Thought maybe it's time folks see you're not standing by yourself." One biker crouched down, offering Lily a tiny teddy bear. Her eyes widened. She smiled. The leader, Hawk, approached. "Your brother told us you've been working hard, keeping your head down. People laughed at your truck. We don't laugh at family." He gestured toward the Ford. "That truck's been carrying your pride. Tonight, we're going to give it the respect it deserves." 70 bikers worked in harmony under the porch light. They polished chrome, tightened bolts, replaced worn parts. Lily sat on the steps, eyes wide, watching. Jake handed Ethan a wrench. "Come on, brother. You're part of this, too." Hours passed. Brad Whitmore drove by slowly, staring in disbelief. Lily caught his gaze and lifted her chin proudly to BY midnight. The rusted old Ford looked like a legend reborn. The truck shimmered, painted deep midnight blue. Chrome accents gleamed. Lily ran her hands along the hood. "Daddy, it's beautiful." Ethan turned to the riders, voice trembling. "I don't know how to thank you." Hawk crossed his arms. "Just keep doing what you're doing." Raising her right. The next morning, when Ethan pulled into the school parking lot, it was different. The truck rumbled smoothly. Lily hopped out, curls bouncing, smiling. "Bye, Daddy," she called proudly. Brad stood by his SUV, jaw tight. Ethan met his gaze calmly. Brad looked away. That night, Ethan sat on the porch, Lily's head resting on his arm. "We'll be all right, kiddo." And for the first time in years, he truly believed it. Weeks turned into months. The truck became admired. Lily held her head higher, invited friends over. One afternoon, Ethan found her in the truck's cab, practicing reading aloud. "If I can read in front of the truck, I can read in front of the class." Lily said softly, "Daddy, I don't care if we're different. I like our life." One evening, Brad's SUV broke down near Ethan's driveway. "Thought maybe you could help," Brad muttered. Ethan grabbed his toolbox. 30 minutes later, the engine started. Brad looked at him, guilt in his eyes. "Thanks." As Brad drove away, Lily whispered, "Why'd you help him, Daddy?" Ethan crouched to meet her eyes. Because kindness is louder than pride. Years later, Lily would tell the story often. The night 70 motorcycles lined their driveway. She would say it wasn't about the paint or chrome. It was about love showing up when the world tried to make them small. On quiet evenings, she'd sit with her father, watching the stars. "You proud of me, kiddo?" he'd ask. "Always, Daddy. Strength isn't found in shiny things, but in hearts that refuse to break."